Welcome back. All right, so we are now looking at two teams for the price of one here. We're going to talk about Hartford Whalers jerseys, and then we're going to talk about Carolina Hurricanes jerseys because the Hurricanes came from Hartford. So, to start off, this is the first year Hartford Whalers because the first year they had Pucky on the shoulder. After that, they took Pucky off the shoulder, and I think that was a bad idea. I think he looks fantastic up there. But this is one of the most brilliant logos in the history of the game, I would say in any league, because you've got the H and the negative space there between the tail and the W. It is absolutely perfect. The one drawback is, to me, there's too many stripes at the bottom of it, but it's still a fantastic jersey. That is such a small quibble. So when they do a throwback, it is to the jersey that is after that first year, and it still has the huge stripes on it. Although on this one here, you'll notice that the stripes don't go all the way to the bottom, and on this one it does. Or you could say there's a green stripe at the bottom of the original, and there isn't on the other, but either way there's a lot of stripes there, but you can see how very much similar these two jerseys are to one another. So that's why I did them both at the start. Now, the Hartford Whalers would change their look. Not until I take a look at this one, though. So this is a CCM team classic. The whales on the shoulder. Logo's not great. So of the Hartford Whalers jerseys that I have, you can see, looking at the camera, why I don't wear this one on camera very much. And it's a shame that I haven't been able to find one on eBay that's got a better logo to it. But again, the CCM team classics, this could happen. So this is a precursor to the breakaway jerseys that are currently produced by Fanatics. A very similar logo style to those Fanatics, but at least it folds easily. That's the selling point of the Fanatics. You can fold it when you go on holiday. Who takes jerseys on holiday? Well, okay, other than me, who takes jerseys on holiday? So the Whalers would change their look in the early 90s, and I loved this. When this came out, that was the jersey I wanted. So I didn't have a Whalers jersey growing up, and when they changed their look to this, I very much wanted one of these jerseys and was told no. I was out shopping, and I was basically told, you don't need it. And as a single adult, I absolutely should have listened to my own voice in my head that said, Shannon, you're not going to find a chance at that jersey again for a while. And it was decades before I actually saw it again. And even then, I found it online and ordered it online and was very, very glad to have it. So it took a long time. So when that voice in your head says, I think I should buy this, and somebody who might be a parent says, I don't think you need that. If you're an adult, go for it. If it's your own money, make up your mind on that. But yeah, it's just one piece of advice I'd give. And the white one looks nice too. I like the striping better, to be honest, and I would love to see some kind of a throwback to this. Although I do feel like with the reverse retro they did the first time around, that it had the hints in it, because you have the blue here, right? You have a blue stripe, and the gray actually works for this because there's gray in this jersey. So this is one time where the gray was forgivable, and you can see there that this logo, I think, looks better than this one. So with having a primarily gray jersey, what's interesting is it still says 79 on here, but as I just showed you, this is a combination of the designs they had, and I really like this one quite a bit. So while people may not be enamored with the gray, I totally understand why they went with gray. And in this case, unlike with Winnipeg and Toronto, it made a lot of sense. So that is the Whalers portion of this video. So there you go. And anybody who sticks around, now we're going to talk about the Carolina Hurricanes and the jerseys that they've had since the move. So the first one is, this is, of course, the 25th anniversary. It is remarkably identical to the original jersey that they had. Therefore, the original jersey, while I have it, it is not being featured in this video. When doing the collection videos, I wanted to make sure that it wasn't a bunch of just redundant jerseys where people are like, didn't he just show that? So I have the original, but the Adidas one is so close to the original, there's very little point in showing both to the camera. Of course, we found out after that one flag means tropical storm, two flags is a hurricane. That's why it changed. But yeah, so that was the original design. And then along with that, I believe I have, and I do, this of course is the original design in white. So this one was tough to find. I got it through an eBay seller that no longer sells NHL jerseys. So if you're looking for this one, best of luck. It is very, very difficult to find. And I was glad that I paid. I didn't get it for cheap. I really didn't get that one for cheap, but it was one that I knew I had to have. Now, eventually, the Hurricanes would decide, hey, you know, the flags, they kind of need to go. And to be completely honest, I get why the flags left. So this is the design they had after they got rid of the flags. And again, between you and me, the few that watch these videos, I actually liked it better without the flags. I know, it's sacrilege for Carolina Hurricanes fans, but I did. I liked the striping. I thought it was nice. I thought it was a unique-looking design. As unique as you can be when you're using red, black, and white, which have been used in the NHL by various teams, but I don't mind that one at all. That being said, we get into the other Reeboks that are in here. I believe there's more Reeboks in here other than that, including a third jersey here. So we'll look at the third first. Again, your tropical storm flag there. I was fine with the flags, or well, not flags, the shoulder patches on here, which are... So again, if you're getting a Reebok Authentic, these are going to be more substantial than they are on a replica. So that's one thing with Reeboks. The shoulder patches are better. And the jersey's a lot heavier if it's an Authentic. It is difficult to mistake one for the other. But I was very glad I got this because, again, once these sold out, very, very difficult to track down. And then this one is a Reebok Authentic, so it is heavier. It's really, really nice. It's got, this is when they had the black line in here. Sometimes it's green. The later ones are green. But this one's really nice. I do like this one quite a bit. There's actual shoulder yokes here. And again, you've got the tropical storm flag there on the shoulder and the flags around the bottom there. So again, I thought this was a sharp design, which I wouldn't mind seeing them go back to. Like, I understand that they weren't a big fan of the white jersey that they've been wearing previously, which would be this one. This, of course, is the white jersey they trended away from with the move to the word mark. I still like this one a lot. So this was the last of the Adidas I got in terms of getting all the home and away. I got this one not too long ago from Full Moon Jerseys because I couldn't find it. It just wasn't there. And when I looked at the Canes website back when they were switching over, it was just too much money for me. And with shipping and everything else, it just didn't make any sense. But this is a very nice jersey. I am a big fan of this one. That being said, they have changed since then. And this one here is so far off of what their home is, which is currently this one. But it's kind of a complicated, convoluted situation with Canes jerseys. So here's Canes, which, yes, I will agree with people that it is weird to have a nickname on a jersey that's not actually the team's name. They're the Carolina Hurricanes. I understand Canes is the last syllable in that, but it's still weird. You've got the two here for the Hurricane flags, right? And on the shoulder, you have the Hurricane flag as well. You take that Hurricane flag, which is right here, you put that on the front of a white jersey, you have a very fast-selling jersey, I think. So the one that they actually moved away from to get to the black one being the regular is this one, which they used this one as the third, I believe, this past season. But yeah, retiring this design, I don't know. What I liked with this too is the muted flags. I actually didn't mind the muted flags on there. I thought that was kind of nice. And overall, this became a jersey I liked quite a bit once I had it, where I was like, you know what, that's a good redesign. It's solid, and we'll see whether or not when they go from Adidas to Fanatics, if we see another change, because the Canes have not been shy about making changes to their jerseys. That's one thing with Tom Dundon. So we'll get into these ones here, but first I want to get into the AHL one, which is the Checkers, which is no longer their AHL team. And I didn't put Chicago with them because Chicago's not their AHL affiliate anymore either. And Chicago, in general, going independent might be for the best because they tend to change affiliations a lot. So I do like this checkers logo. I think that's very nice, and overall this design works. It's a shame that it's not the AHL affiliate of Carolina anymore. One thing with this one, there's no shoulder patches to indicate that they were a Carolina Hurricanes affiliate at the time, but I've left this with Carolina because that's the affiliation when I bought this jersey, right? So we'll get into this one too. The stadium jersey from this past season, it's not bad. The thing was, this leaked out well before it was actually revealed by what, like a year and a half. It's okay. It's an interesting design. Again, the solid color feeling very much to me like the color rush that the NFL's done. The striping is a little bit odd, but in general, it's fine. The one interesting part is you've got the flag of North Carolina. Not that you can see it. So it's not gray. It's black. So unlike the flags on the other jersey I showed you, this is a black flag. And sadly enough, black flag has nothing to do with this. And I'm not talking about the bugs. I'm talking about the band. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I need to remember my demographic here, don't I? So when they did the second reverse retro, this is one of those times where I don't know if they understood the assignment. So if you want to go down that rabbit hole, you could say that it is possible that this could be home and away for the Carolina Hurricanes at some point in the near future. These are virtually identical as like a home and away set, right? So this one here is your current away jersey, and this one says Carolina 2019, but it's not really a retro that way, is it? So of course with this one, you've got the double flag, so that's the Hurricane flag. It is a home and away set. Does Carolina at some point do that? Because yes, this has been their home jersey, but it's been their home jersey for what, a year, 2 years? There's time to make changes. So we'll see if they eventually do. This jersey's absolutely fantastic. Again, you've got the flag for North Carolina on the shoulder, but the shoulder itself is gray. This has black and gray on it. You've got the Hurricanes main logo on the other shoulder. This is an absolutely gorgeous jersey. This is a Marty Gelinas. So I've worn this one a lot. People have looked at the number 23 and made guesses on what I'm wearing. It's a Marty Gelinas because when I was getting this, again, it was a sale on Cool Hockey. I decided that the best option was to go with somebody who I know wasn't going to get traded by Carolina and would be remembered pretty fondly by Canes fans, which continues a trend for me getting names on the backs of jerseys that those players never actually wore, because Gelinas didn't play when they used this jersey. But I feel like that's fine. I've definitely softened my stance on that being a foul. And there you go. Carolina and Hartford, their history of jerseys. And it's an interesting one for Carolina. For Hartford, they're beautiful jerseys. Part of the reason I think people argue they want the Whalers to come back and Hartford to get a team, they want those jerseys back. They want to see some really sweet Hartford Whalers gear and merch. But at least the NHL is still willing to produce the hats, the jerseys, and everything, and let you pay for them. They won't bring the team back, but much like the Quebec Nordiques, they'll let you pay for merch with the name on it. So there you go. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below as always. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. You just happened upon this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, for all your support. I will talk to you again soon.